G'day guys, welcome back to yet another video. My name is Martin. I'm filming this in my storage unit tonight being a Saturday night. Feels like I haven't filmed in a while. What I do is I do a lot of filming in one big go, and then I release them day by day. So yeah, maybe it has been a little bit of a while. Um, Usually what I do on this channel is I show off 4 comic books from random and I end on a key issue. However, this is part of my Modern Comics Suck video, and I've realized that I've just spoiled the last comic that I'm going to be showing off, but that's okay. We're going to end on a high. So during the week, later in the week, I went to my local comic book shop, which is All Star Comics in Melbourne, 53 Queen Street, Melbourne. If you're ever in Melbourne, they're one of the best comic book shops in Victoria. Not disparaging other comic book shops, but I've been shopping with them for like 20 years, and it's my go-to. And yeah, so I picked up a whole bunch of books. I think there's like 22 books here, and I read a few of them already because Saturday. What do you do on Saturday rather than cooking and cleaning? You you read comic books. But what I've done is I've put the books that I want to read last on the top, and the books that I'm eager to read, that's how we're going to end the video. So I'll just show off. The first one I've got here is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures, issue 19. Now, the reason why it's last is not because of the quality. It's a very good quality book if you're a fan of the cartoon. I just feel like there's not a lot of like um, oomph to read this issue. You kind of know what you're getting with this. Um, so yeah, that's issue 19. Just fix that up. Okay, so the next one is Flash issue 15. Um, the quality in this book is dipping, and I don't know what the sales figures are like. I'd really like to know what the sales figures are like. I can't imagine they'd be like groundbreaking. Um, but yeah, Suspiria. Yeah, I don't know. It's not my favorite read, but I've been reading The Flash since the '90s, so I can't really stop. Um, I'd stop if I wanted to. I just don't want to. Now, I don't usually get this in my standing order, but I saw this on the shelf and I picked it up. It's issue 17 of The Immortal Thor. I dropped this. It would have been like issue 9, but there was something at the end of this issue that prompted me to buy it. I won't provide any spoilers, but yeah, if you want to have a look, buy the book. Yeah, there we go. That's all I'll say about that. Now, I'm really excited about this one. Spirits of Vengeance, issue 3, and it has Vengeance in this book. Now, if you're not familiar with Vengeance, he's an ex cop who's been turned into a Ghost Rider, um, and he's just visually very interesting. He's got these massive spikes on his shoulders and on his jawline. His rib cage is all exposed, and instead of being a yellow flame or like a red burning flame, it's a purple flame. And he was a child of the '90s. I always thought visually he was really interesting. His bike was incredible, and he's in this book, and they've amped his his visuals up even more. So I'm keen to read this. Now, this is also not on my standing order, but it's the 800th issue of Incredible Hulk, and I was interested because it's a milestone issue. Um, but looking at who's in this, we've got She-Hulk, and for some reason we have Amadeus Cho. I don't know why they're still promoting that character, but we do have Nick Klein doing the art for the Hulk story. The only problem is that it's not really about the Hulk; it's about this Charlie character, and I think it's a it's a deterrent for the Incredible Hulk. So I won't be getting the next issue. I don't actually know. I will be getting the next issue because it's got Werewolf by Night in it. So I'm going to contact my local comic book shop and say to get. Well, this is issue 19, so I'll ask to get issue 20. Next up, we have Nightwing issue 120, and this is the second issue by Dan Waters and Dexter Soy. And I was very impressed with the previous issue, and visually it looks really good. It's kind of going back to basics after Tom Taylor has left the series. Not that you really needed to, really go back to basics, but Dan Waters is really showing that he has a love for Nightwing, and he's doing something which is familiar but also very crime centric. So it's very interesting, and I'm very happy to keep going with Nightwing. Now, I asked for this because I don't know who it was. There was some channel that was promoting that there's a new character in this book called Blue Bolt. Um, and he's not really a new character, it's just a rehashed character that's now in the public domain. I've looked at the artwork, it's kind of. What do I say? Slice of life artwork, which isn't really fun for me. When I read an Avengers book, I want action. I want the characters to pop off the page and just to be wowed with the flow of action and the flow of story. But you know what? I haven't read this yet, so I will pass judgment after I read it. But I do like the cover. Now, the next up we have Superman issue 20, and yeah, wow! I read issue 19, and there was something going on with Superwoman, and I was like, okay, this is weird. I don't know what's happened here, but I ran with it, and I was really happy with the resolution at the end of the previous issue. So I'm all in. This is all in. I'm all in for Superman because wow, that's a fun read. I'm also all in for Green Arrow issue 18. This is Chris Condon's first full issue, and I haven't read it yet, but look, the cover looks great. Chris Condon can tell a really good crime story, so I'm keen to read this. It might even be my read for this evening, but we'll see. I usually get one issue in, and then I'm out for the night. Now, the next one we have is issue 4 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I'm happy that the release date's flowing a little bit faster from IDW. It feels like there's been too much time between issues, especially between issue 1 and 2. But now that we're getting more frequent with these releases, I think the story can flow along, and Jason Aaron can tell the story he's wanting to tell, because clearly he loves the characters, and he's going with this storyline that is gritty and fun, and I wouldn't say it's everything a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan wants to see, but if you are a fan and you want to give it a go, I don't think you'll be disappointed with this series. So yeah. I haven't read this yet. I will be reading this tonight. Now, all these issues I have read. This is Justice League Unlimited issue 1, and it's written by Mark Waid and fantastic artwork by Dan Mora. And you can't fault these guys. I mean, you can try. There's certainly channels that do, particularly. Mark Waid. I can think of one channel in particular that hates his guts. I don't. I separate the man from the story. But I won't go into that. I did read this, and it's fun and it flows. It's kind of okay. It's got a really good cliffhanger. Very interesting cliffhanger. So I've got this on my standing order. The only thing is that I feel like, in terms of action, there's a little bit too much going on. But you have a cast of like a lot of Justice League heroes. So it's easy to kind of get lost in the mix. I will say though, there's one panel of Aquaman in there with a beard. He looks great. Yeah. So I'm all in. I'm all in. Now, I Lie Popeye issue 3 by Massive. I read the Free Comic Book Day edition, and that was fun. And then I read the first issue, which was just the Free Comic Book Day edition plus a little backstory, which kind of slowed everything down. and I was a little bit unimpressed with the first issue. I do have this on my standing order, so I read the second issue, and it was a bit of a slog. But then this issue was a lot of action and great fun manga artwork. It progressed the story along very surprisingly, in a very fun way that incorporated Popeye and Olive and Bluto. So yeah, this is now fun again, and I'm glad I'm sticking with it. Two more to go. Now, I read this morning. It's Detective Comics issue 1091, and I wanted to support Tom Taylor because the first issue, I think, sold out. His first issue sold out. I think they're going to a second print. I read this though, and it just felt kind of weighed down a little bit with Tom Taylor's I won't say his beliefs, but his criticism on the U.S. health system and even U.S. politics. And I don't know. Even though I said, you have to kind of separate the person from the writing when in terms of Mark Waid and his writing, I think maybe because I'm a local guy and Tom's a local guy, I feel like if I was in Tom Taylor's position, I wouldn't be commenting about the U.S. Electoral system, healthcare system, uh, purely because we're here in Australia. It's not really our place to say or criticize their healthcare system. Um, yeah, apart from that, though, it was an interesting read. The artwork is very nice, but I don't think I'll be getting the next issue. That being said, though, I don't think it really matters because, again, his first issue went to a second print, so clearly there are a lot of fans. I want to see Tom Taylor continue with this book because I think he can tell some really fun, interesting stories. I just think that maybe it's not for me, and that's not bad. That's not a bad thing. Not everything has to be for me. I will say that. Now, you saw the back cover. Here it is, and I think you know what it is. It's Batman: The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, issue 3, and it's drawn by Mark Chiarello. And wow, crime noir to its peak. This was the first issue I read from this weekly batch, and I was not disappointed. Um, yeah, there's lots to love about this. And I certainly love how each issue is a separate artist. I think that was a smart move by DC because clearly there's not a lot of Tim Sale sketches we can have anymore. But yeah, it'll give every issue a chance for these creators to shine, to really shine. There's a Rob Liefeld issue coming up soon. I don't know how that's going to be portrayed. It'll be very interesting, and I'll certainly be buying it. And this issue, the artwork was very nice. I just feel, and I don't know if it's my eye, and I don't really want to show it without spoiling too much. Yeah, maybe I'll show it here. And it seems as if this was done by like Procreate, like a computer program, and Mark Chiarello has used that program to do the artwork rather than it being pencil and ink. It just seems very pixelated and not scratchy, but so much, but yeah, pixelated. But I don't want to discount Mark Chiarello because his artwork is very nice and the story is top notch. So that's the video for tonight. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe if you wish to. I'd be very appreciated if you did. Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll catch you in the next one.